Commissioner Gray has asked for the privilege of the floor before we start the meeting.
Thank you, Madam Acting Chair. Commissioner Gray here. Thank you. I just want to spend 1 minute to reflect. I was looking up when was this commission formed, the Public Service Commission, 1949. And all of us know the events that have taken place over the past week with the death of Queen Elizabeth II, who took her reign in 1952 and has served for 70 years as a public servant. And so none of us here on this platform, I imagine, will make that record, but I wanted us to take just 1 moment of silence in recognition of her service to her country.
Dallas Winslow.
Thank you, Commissioner Gray.
Thank you, Madam Acting Chair.
Sure.
I would just like to put a personal comment in. I had the good fortune when I was 12 years old to ride for the Queen.
God bless you.
I was riding, she had love horses, as you all know, and she had Welsh ponies, and I was riding for the Rider Pony Club on an exchange. And I can't say that I got very close to the Queen. I'm sure she doesn't remember my inability to ride her ponies correctly, as the English ride a little bit differently than the Americans do. But it was an honor. Of course, I didn't appreciate it then when I was 12. But looking back on her life and the fact that I actually had a chance to bow to her when I was 12 years old, it's a very special memory.
I'm sure that it is. I'm sure that it is. I have 2 things that I would like to do before we start going through the minutes and all of that. One is to congratulate Marissa Slayton on her promotion to Director of Corporate Community Impact. And another thing is to mention the fact that Chesapeake Utilities has been named Best for Corporate Governance in the United States by World News Media Limited's World Finance, an international publication. Makes me proud that we've been working with that. All right, thank you all muchly. I heard our chair on the line, so he is in and ready to go. We'll call the meeting to order, and the reading of the meeting minutes. Does anybody have any additions or corrections? We have
Madam Chair, I'll move that we adopt the minutes as submitted.
I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded that we adopt the meeting minutes. Are there any questions, any comments? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, we have a consent agenda that is composed of 7 items. Does anybody want anything removed off of the consent agenda? No comments on that. Could I have a motion to adopt the consent agenda as presented, please?
Madam Chair, I move that we approve the consent agenda as presented.
I second the motion.
We have a motion and a second to accept the consent agenda as presented. Are there any questions, any comments? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? All right, and now we can move on to the regular agenda, and we have Dawn Crompton from Delmarva.
Thank you, Madam Acting Chair, and good afternoon, Commissioners. Dawn Kurtz Crompton on behalf of Delmarva Power and Light Company. With me on the line today is Diana Novak, who is Senior Energy Acquisition Analyst with PHI, in case Your Honors have any questions, technical questions that might need to be answered. So this is in the matter of docket number 22-0703 in the matter of provision of standard offer supply to retail customers in the service territory of Delmarva Power and Light Company. This is in regards to our filing that was filed on August 19, 2022. Today, you have been presented with order number 10,099, which approves Delmarva Power's proposed changes to the Standard Offer Service, or SOS, procurement process. By way of background, we submitted our application to the Commission on August 19 and proposed changes to the upcoming 2023 SOS procurement cycle and procurement process in Delaware. Our filing included a summary of the 2023 SOS procurement improvement process proposals, along with redlined and clean versions of Delmarva Power's 2023 request for proposals for full requirements for wholesale electric power supply in Delaware, dated October 5, 2022. We're abbreviating that as the RFP. And we also included redlined and clean versions of the 2022 Full Requirements Service Agreement, and we are abbreviating that as the FSA. Finally, our filing included a Delaware SOS stakeholder list to whom the aforementioned documents were provided. In our filing, Delmarva requests that the Commission approve certain updates and changes to the respective SOS procurement process documents. Consistent with last year, Delmarva has again proposed to utilize a capacity proxy price. As the Commission may recall, Delmarva requested permission to establish a proxy price last year due to the postponement of PJM's Base Residual Auction, or BRA. The use of the proxy price mechanism was approved by this Commission in order numbers 9612, 9838, 9925, all of which were in docket number 14-0283. And Delmarva again proposed to use the same methodology this year to establish the updated proxy price for this year's auction. Delmarva updated the proxy price for the Tranche 1 auction from $118.12 from last year to $69.53 per megawatt day in this filing. This price was established by averaging the two most recent PJM capacity auctions and then multiplying the value by a factor of 0.9. That information is set forth in Exhibit 1 of our filing. This proxy price will only be needed for the Tranche 1 auction for the risky class, as the 24-25 BRA is scheduled to take place in December of this year. The supplier will be credited or charged the difference between the proxy price and the actual capacity price beginning in delivery year 24 to 25. Delmarva also proposed minor changes to the FSA to reflect the proposed proxy price of $69.53, as well as revise the dates in the schedule for the RFP process, the applicable block sizes, and peak load contributions. These proposed changes are fully outlined in our filing and are also set forth in staff's memo and order number 10,099 that have been presented to you today. On August 2, 2022, Delmarva held an SOS procurement improvement process meeting for interested stakeholders, and we did not receive any objections or proposed changes. Delmarva would like to thank Ms. Pope and Ms. Knotts for their preparation of the proposed order and memo, and appreciates that we were afforded the opportunity to comment. Delmarva is in agreement with the form of order presented to you today, and therefore respectfully requests that the Commission approve order number 10,099 as submitted. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ms. Pope?
Thank you, Commissioners. Summer Pope on behalf of staff. Staff has prepared proposed order 10,099 for this Commission's consideration, as well as what Ms. Kurtz-Crompton stated on behalf of Delmarva. Staff would like to point out that by approving proposed order 10,099, the Commission is also approving the capacity proxy price for Tranche 1 only for the risky class or the residential and small commercial and industrial class in the amount of $69.23 per megawatt day for the delivery year of 2024-2025. In previous years, the capacity proxy price, similar to what is mentioned above, was approved in prior separate orders by the Commission. However, staff believe that this year the capacity proxy price for the same calculation methodology as approved in prior orders could be reflected in the proposed order presented today. Again, per staff's memorandum dated September 7th, 2022, staff has reviewed the filing with the proposed revisions to the RFP and the RSA and finds no issues. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I don't see Ms. Iori here, so Mr. Slater?
Thank you. I have nothing to add and support the proposed form of order. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Commissioners, are there any questions? Any comments? Okay. We're going to vote on this, and then I'll ask, okay? I will need a motion to adopt order number 10,099, please.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to adopt order number 10,099 as presented. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay. For those who are on the phone listening in to us, would you please mute your phones? We're hearing strange noises. And we don't need that. Okay, the next matter on the regular agenda is the matter of the application of Delmarva Power and Light Company for an increase in natural gas base rates. It was filed in January of this year. Who do we have? Brian Jordan from DP&L.
Good afternoon, Commissioners, and may it please the Commission, Brian Jordan on behalf of Delmarva Power and Light Company. And I'm pleased to be here to present the joint motion of Delmarva Power and Light Company, the staff of the Delaware Public Service Commission, the Delaware Energy Users Group, and the Delaware Division of the Public Advocate to revoke delegation to the hearing examiner, approve a form of public notice, and approve the presentation of a settlement agreement directly to the Public Service Commission. As that title indicates, we're asking for three things. And before I address that, I wanted to mention that this motion was filed on the heels of a settlement conference that the parties conducted in this case that did result in a settlement agreement. And so what this motion is asking for first is that the Commission approve the form of order that revokes Senior Hearing Examiner Lawrence's authority in this case. The second is to approve a form of public notice that was attached to the motion as Exhibit A for Delmarva to publish in the News Journal by September 20th. That would notify the public of the hearing before this Commission on October 12th to present the settlement agreement directly to your honors. As I mentioned, the actual notice is attached as Exhibit A. And what it would do is, like I said, to notify the public that on October 12th, the parties intend to present this matter for approval to the Commission. That said, I'm happy to answer any questions that your honors may have about the motion.
Commissioners? All right. Again, Ms. Iori, so again, Drew Slater, please.
As you heard from Mr. Jordan, this is a joint motion, so we ask for favorable consideration of it. Thank you.
Thank you. And I don't see Mr. McCormick from Duke. Is he on the phone? All right. We have no motion before us. Can we get some guidance here?
Could I be heard on behalf of staff?
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed your name. I apologize.
No respect.
No, none.
I guess it's because it's a guest appearance. I haven't been around for a while.
We've missed you.
Staff supports the motion. My only clarification with regard to the order is that it also, the Commission would be agreeing to have an evidentiary hearing on October 12th, which is in paragraph 2 of the order. So actually, I would say there are 4 things we're asking you to do. But in any event, we support the motion and the form of order.
Okay. Commissioner Gray?
I have a question, Mr. Geddes. So I think I heard you say that the evidentiary hearing will take place, and that is stated in the agreement.
Correct. And in the order.
And in the order.
So
Okay.
if you grant the motion, which would revoke the designation, strong word, but anyway, you would take the case back from the hearing examiner because they're in anticipation of a settlement agreement. So there would not necessarily be the need to have a determination of the facts as you would normally do when you designate a hearing examiner. He develops the record for you with facts and conclusions of law. Parties here anticipate that the settlement agreement is something that you collectively will approve, and we are also interested in trying to get the new rates in before the heating season. And so in order to accomplish that, we are asking the commission to revoke the designation to hear the settlement agreement directly on the 12th of October.
But the clarification I'm seeking is the evidentiary hearing will not be at October 12th. It's just that it is committed to happen in the order.
The order itself is asking the commission to conduct an evidentiary hearing on October 12th on the anticipated settlement agreement. We have the numbers, but we don't have the writing. But it is anticipated we will have that agreement before you in plenty of time, and we will be presenting evidence in support of the settlement agreement at the October 12th meeting.
That responds to my question, Madam Acting Chair. Thank you.
Do you want to?
Yes, I'll move that we adopt the motion as presented to the commission.
I second.
Any more questions? Any comments? All right. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your
Thank
Honors.
you. All right, there's no hearing schedule. I don't see any members of the public out there. to
Madam Acting
comment.
Chair, can I make note or observe, perhaps Executive Director Hartigan is going to mention this, but I think on my calendar it says today is the last day of Mr. O'Brien's service
It's
to
not
the
till
commission.
next month.
Oh, next month.
Yeah.
Oh, every month.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Month by month, huh?
He doesn't
Awesome.
want to leave us.
That's great, though.
Yeah, it
I think
is.
that's fabulous. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Hartigan, do you have any director's comments?
Yes, thank you, Madam Acting Chair. Just to clarify, we did expect this to be Bill's last meeting, but there was one item that we tried to get on this agenda that we just couldn't, so he'll make a special guest appearance next month. And our next meeting, I do want to note, is October 12th, and the start time is 11 a.m. As you may be aware, we're doing a employee recognition event after that meeting. But to kick off that meeting, Delmarva Power will do their State of the Company presentation.
Thank you very much. Any other comments? Is there any other business to come before this commission?
Yes, I just received a short note that also would indicate we should recognize and never forget the victims of 9/11, which also was a memorial on Sunday in recognition of that event as well. So I think one of my fellow commissioners was commenting about life these days and how much it comes and how fast and rapidly it's unfolding.
Yes.
So just hang on, everybody. Take a deep breath and be calm. But thank you, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Thank you very much. If there's nothing else to come before the commission, meeting adjourned.